question. We need to find the range of f of x for x between 1 and 16. So because x is between 1 and 16, we need to find what range gives when we do f of 1 and f of 16. So f of 1 is 21 and f of 16 is 1. So if x is between 1 and 16, then our f of x will be between 1 and 21. So now in part 2, to find out the inverse function, we write that y equals 63 divided by 4x minus 1, which is actually f of x. So we just replace f of x with y. So instead of writing f of x is that, we write y is 63 divided by 4x minus 1. So now, to find out the inverse function, we express y in terms of x. So we write that x is equal to 63 divided by 4y minus 1. So now we multiply x by 4, 1 minus y is equal to 63. And then we take out y in terms of x. So y gives 63 divided by x plus 1 all divided by 4. So now to find out the inverse function, we just replace y by f to the power of minus 1 of x. So f to the power of minus 1, so the inverse function, is 63x plus 1 all divided by 4. And now for part 3, we know that the inverse function of x is 1. So we just equal 63x plus 1 all divided by 4 with 1. So x gives 21. Now in part B, we know that g of x is x squared. So to do f of g of x, instead of doing f of x, our x is now g of x. So we first have to calculate g of x. Our g of x is x squared, so now we have to do f of x squared. So instead of replacing this x with something else, we have to replace it with x squared. So actually f of g of x is actually f of x squared. So now we get that f of x squared is 63 divided by 4x squared minus 1. And we know that this is equal to 1, so we can find out what x is. So x squared gives 16, is equal to 16, which gives that x is either 4 or minus 4. But from before, we know that x is between minus 4 and minus 1, so our x can only be minus 4.